Are you interested in buying a property in San Diego? If so, who you decide to work with can have a huge impact on your experience and your bottom line. I'm Wannebo from San Diego Real Estate and Investments. Whether you are a first-time buyer or an experienced real estate investor, working with a top professional real estate broker can make all the difference in saving you thousands of dollars when buying a property. So let me ask you a question. Why haven't you found your top professional real estate agent yet? If you're interested in speaking further, I'd highly recommend setting up a free consultation with myself or one of my buyer agent team members. But in the meantime, I wanted to share with you briefly the process of writing an offer to get you started on your way. So here we go. First, there will be two parts of paperwork when it comes to presenting an offer on a home. So let's talk about them individually. The first part will be the disclosures, your lender pre-approval letter, proof of funds, and many times a letter explaining who you are and your interest on the property. The disclosures will be information only for you and the seller. They typically include information that you should take into consideration when buying a home, such as the fact that you have the right to do inspections and gather information about the property once your offer is accepted. They will also explain who is professionally representing you and the seller in the transaction, and possibly some disclosures letting you know if the property is a short sale or foreclosure. The financials will include a pre-approval letter from your lender showing hard proof that you are qualified to buy the property at the price that you are presenting, along with proof of funds or bank statements showing you have money in the bank for your down payment. If you present an offer without these items, it severely degrades the strength of your offer. You should always include them. The second part of the paperwork will be the offer itself. This is typically drawn on realtor forms and is about 8 pages long. This is where you will present your offering price and your terms. This is your opportunity to highlight any strengths about your offer in order to hopefully get it accepted by the seller. It's important you are familiar with this paperwork and that your agent walks you through this page by page and explains everything to you, at least when writing your very first offer in the home buying process, and explains to how to carefully structure your offer to win out against any other competing offers. Many agents just throw offers together for their buyers without gathering information about the home and the seller. Carefully crafting the offer is so important in order to gain advantage over other competing offers without actually offering more money. Your agent should explain that the offer provides a contingency time frame where you are allowed to investigate any paperwork about the property and also perform all of your own physical inspections on the property so that you can determine its condition along with anything wrong with the property, all without losing your initial deposit. The agent should explain to you that you have to abide by certain timeframes as well, and eventually you will have to remove all of your contingencies, at which point you could be forfeiting your deposit to the seller. The offer will also explain who all the service providers are going to be in the transaction, including title, escrow, and which party is going to pay for all of these services in the transaction. It's important to understand that this offer does not become an actual contract until the seller signs off on your offer, and that there might be a counteroffer from the seller, possibly changing some, if not all of the terms, and you want to have somebody explain these to you and how they affect you. Offers can be signed by you in person or digitally by you nowadays as well to help expedite the entire process. Once you have drafted your offer and gone over all of the disclosures and information you'll need to know about buying this home, you are ready to present it to the sellers. But many times we like to put one more last touch on your offer before presenting it to the seller. And that is to have you draft a personal letter explaining a little bit about yourself and why the home appeals to you personally. This is typically a freehand letter written personally by you as the buyer to try and appeal to the emotions of the seller. Many times we find sellers have a certain pride of ownership and want the home to go to someone who will enjoy it and love it as much as they did. This tactic can not only work with traditional sales, but with short sales and even foreclosures. And if you are willing, we may even want to ask to present your offer in person to the seller, but that's a topic for another day. So I've shared with you just a few things to explain to you a little bit about the process of writing an offer, but there are a lot more items to cover and definitely a lot more different strategies on how to get your offer accepted. If you'd like to work with one of the top professional teams in San Diego, give me or one of my buyer agents a call to set up an appointment, and I'll share with you all of my resources for getting started on the process. It's important to be working with a broker and a team who knows the ins and outs of buying a home in today's market. So give me a call and set up your free, no obligation consultation. I also have other home buying informational videos if you'd like. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to meeting with you.